Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I will introduce a delicious pork steak marinated in white miso. And this time I also use rosemary for fresh flavor. So finally, white miso and rosemary have met in my YouTube. But it's not only for pork, you can also use a white fish, salmon and chicken as well. So I hope you also love it. So okay, let's get started.
So okay, these are today's ingredients. The main ingredients are pork steaks, 1 tablespoon olive oil or vegetable oil for cooking the meat, shredded cabbage and cherry tomatoes for garnish. Next are the seasonings. So 100 grams of white miso, 2 sprigs fresh rosemary, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of cooking sake or white wine, and the last one is 2 teaspoons of sugar. So okay, first use kitchen roll to pat the pork steaks dry. Because wiping off excess water helps the pork to soak up the flavors. So next, combine the seasonings for marinating the pork. So in a small bowl, 100 grams of white miso, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cooking sake or white wine, and the last one is 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. And then put the pork in a large ziplock, also with fresh rosemary, and add the white miso paste, and then rub it in and let it in the fridge overnight. However, if it's difficult to let it rest overnight, it's recommended to let it soak for at least 2 hours. And here is the tip to making the meat tasty. So leave the meat at room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes after removing it from the fridge. This will eliminate the temperature difference between the outside and inside of the meat and allow it to cook evenly. So and then transfer to a baking tray, lightly wipe off the miso paste and cook. So pour about 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil or olive oil into a fry pan and cook over medium-low heat. So cook slowly until brown on both sides. So if you want the meat to be juicy, you can cook it with the lid on. Or if you want the meat to be crispy, grill it without the lid. And this is a tip for grilling pork. Miso tends to burn easily, so I want to recommend using parchment paper if you are worried. Lay it on the pan and cook the pork on it to prevent the surface of the pork from getting burned. To be honest, I wanted to use that, but I forgot to buy the parchment paper this time. So okay, now let's serve it on a plate. So garnish with the shredded cabbage, cherry tomatoes, and grilled pork steak, and it's ready. The fresh flavor of rosemary and the mild taste of miso is really appetizing. So miso contains protease and enzymes that tenderizes meat, so it can be easily cut with a knife like this. So if you get the chance, please give them a try. So thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!